Good luck. Yeah. Thanks, Kenneth. Gonna be here for a while. So, Kenneth, do you fly? If you're still here. All right, well, let's take a little tour. We shall spotlight this little video here. Let's see if I can hear myself. All right, so we've got a QAVR frame, first version, banger. It rocks. I've had this frame for a while, put a lot of new components on it. going to switch out my SpeedX 4-in-1. I think that's giving me issues. And that's on there. Ah, hey Hadley. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. We're doing well. Our dryer broke though. Got a new dryer coming. I don't know, fixing out this quad here. This has been around for almost a full year. So these motors have been taking quite a beating. Well, let's see here. Let's do this. If you're up for it. We'll go here. Then we will go here. And we will go here. And then we will go there. There. Come on in and join me if you want, sir. Let's see here. You should probably get one of these too. The old blue wrench. I thought you already were a moderator. Apparently not. All right, now let me do this. Pop it out. And then bring it over here. That way I can see. Should I clean these up? I don't know. Just really want to get to the speed X first. And then, instead of putting a new one on, I'm going to test this older one out. I will put a new one on, this quad. I want to test this one out. There was something funky happening. But on the other build that I put this on, but I think it was the connector that was broke. So I'm going to test it out. And how I'm going to test it out is I'm going to take all of this off, take off all of my motors, except for this one, because that's the one that I was having an issue with. Actually, no, I think I'll leave all the motors on. Oh no, because then I'd have to resolder each one. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to test that one. That's what I'm going to do. And seeing how I'm retesting it, I am going to take this off. Let's switch it to the top-down view so we can see what we're doing here. There we go. This is going to just take a second to do. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna have to take these bad boys out too. Or do I? Oh, put the other way around. That's what I'll do. Thanks, RC Jim. I kind of know what I'm doing. Otherwise, they wouldn't fly. Took me a while. But question away. This is more just Zen-esque right now. I'm not saying too much. I'm not doing too much except for just taking it apart. I invited Hadley, but apparently he doesn't want to come in. But that's okay. All right, so. All right, that's the bit I want to get to. Problem with this one is factory put this one on, so it's going to take so much more to get it off. Yeah, sometimes the answer is more solder. Sometimes. Get these guys out of there. That's for my LED down below. Ugh, I hate this solder. So freaking hard to get off. Come on. You can do it. All right, I'm cutting my losses because I'm taking off this way. You'll see that because it wasn't factory, let me just pin this down. Because it wasn't factory, these will pop right off. So what I'm talking about is underneath where the pads that I'm trying to get off of these is it was factory soldered. So it has some big problems with coming off easily. So instead of fighting with it, I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to use my wires and my solder to add the other one on. Oops, that's just going around me. All right, get out of there. Okay, I should probably clean these up just a bit too. Okay, there's the brains. Now, let's. All right, so the idea is I'm taking the motors off of this as well as the SpeedX 4-in-1 controller because they're past their prime. Well, I've had them on for a while. It's starting to get a little when it flies. And these motors are, I don't know, they're still good. I'll put it on a racing rig. However, this is what I want to put on. I want to put on these nice smooth off of this ridiculous thing from a time ago when I built it. I want these motors. These are Cobra motors. These are super, super smooth. What are these, 2300s? What are these? Yeah. 2204, 2300 kV. There it is, baby. These are smooth. I like these motors. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, Pixel Counter. How you doing? From Germany. How y'all faring over in Germany? I have to mold that baby back in there too. Maybe I'll just use a whole new one. Probably just use a new one. That's a capacitor. Cap, lovingly called. Hey, the Tank RC, how are you? All right, I don't need these standoffs on there either. So, anybody want to join the Zoom meeting here with me and watch the chat as it goes by if I have any more people? Because I'm not going to do both. I'm not going to watch the chat and build the quad. Tank, you want in? Pixel Counter? If you want, shoot me an email at lewispfloyd@gmail.com and I'll give you the credentials to pop in and meet me. Last Pixel Counter, you're from Germany. No sprechen Sie Deutsch? I don't know. I don't speak German. No hable español either. Let's see. So pop that open just in case. Newfound Drone Productions, how are you? Hope things are going well. Hopefully this setup works. You either going to be able to look down on it, and I also have this phone here set up. I don't know if it's still going. Hopefully it is. Yep. So I can switch over to it if I want. First, we're going to be testing this bad boy here. Oh. Oh, all right, Tank. Let's see. That should be it. And probably then, I guess I'll make you a moderator too. There's that. Oh, that's right. I have coffee. I forgot. I'm thinking about buying the parrot. And what's that? Is that from parrot, as in like parrot AR drones from that back in the day? That's what I had. I got one of them. I got the parrot AR sitting over there that I broke years ago. Haven't fixed and should have parts for it. But then I got into FPV and I was like, I don't know. Oh, let's see. Admit tank. There you go. Gotta unmute you, right? There you go. Hi, Tank.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. How'd you come across me?
I've been subscribed to you for a long time.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Oh, and you got 3 cameras going at the same time. That's cool.
I'm trying. Yeah, I've got the top down, and there's one here, and then the one off of my computer.
Now, how did you manage login on 3 times, or how did you manage that?
Logged on 3 times. It's not a dog and pony show. I can't do OBS. It's just too much of a strain on my internet. Yeah. So I kind of figured a workaround. There's another way I can make pretty little kind of like edit things go across the screen too if I switch to another view, but that's a real dog and pony show, that one. But that doesn't have OBS attached to it either, so it doesn't kill my internet strength.
Yeah, and OBS, you need a good computer for that.
Yeah, and that and a decent download and upload link from your internet provider. So, do you build?
Yes, I build a lot of RC cars.
Oh, cool.
Trucks and crawlers and custom stuff. So, but I don't do racing drones right now, and I'm thinking of getting into it, but I'm too busy with my 10-year-old son and doing some other stuff. So,
yeah. I know life gets in the way. I find some time to do this, and I always feel guilty afterwards because I spend too much time doing it.
Yep. True.
But yeah, I've never really been into RC before, and my wife bought me an AR drone for Christmas, and I kind of found FPV after that and have not looked back.
Cool.
I've been pretty passionate about it. I've actually taught a couple of hundred people actually how to build drones and fly them and such. I was a part of another group called CNY Drones that we taught master teachers here in New York City or New York State. Cool. And we did that. And I had my own drone. I'm a teacher too. I'm a music teacher. My school roped me into teaching a drone class for 2 years. Quadrupled my schedule without paying me extra, but hey, whatever.
Yeah. Well, one thing for sure, when you're into a racing drone, you have to learn how to solder, and that's the first thing you need to do, especially if you do custom stuff like you do.
Yeah, well, you're gonna break it. When I first started all of this craziness, I had a friend that wanted to get in this with me, and he went a different route than I did. he decided to buy it ready to fly, and I was like, nah, I got to build it so that when I break it, I know how to fix the damn thing. And after that, I've learned quite a bit from doing this. Lots in electronics, how to solder again. The last time I soldered, before I started this, I was a kid, 10 years old, 11 years old, maybe, creating a little stage for my California reasons.
So right now you're unsoldering the ESC off the motor. Is that what you're doing? That's a control
Correct.
board, or is that the ESC?
This is the ESC, and I just took off the brains here, the flight controller. It's a CL Racing flight controller,
which that sits on top of the other one.
Yes, which is what we call the stack.
Yeah.
This and the reason why I'm going through this quad, I've had this one. This is my typical flyer. I'm not a racer. I'm a freestyler more so.
Okay.
So it being freestyle, you want more smooth, or the best smoothness possible. So you do everything you can to make your rig fly as smooth as possible. And this guy is getting a little jittery because I've crashed and bashed it for the last year and a half, and the motors are getting old. I think the flight control, or the ESC, which is where I'm at now, has a bit of a twitch in it.
Okay.
So when I go probably about 30% throttle, I'll see a small glitch in it, and that just kills me. That kills the video. So I'm going to put in a new SpeedX 4-in-1. But before I do that, this is an older SpeedX that I'm going to test on this quad, because I had an issue where motor number 3 wasn't firing up.
Okay.
I'm hoping that it's not the ESC, that it was the plug that I used to plug into it, which was deformed or broken when I pulled it off from it after a bad crash. All the other motors work, but number 3 didn't. So well, as you know, for RC, probably you have cascading problems. So my cascading problem is it my motor on that one? I took this one off from a completely other quad, and it wasn't, because I just threw in a whole other SpeedX, and it works beautifully now. So it wasn't the motor. So it's either the pads or something off of this. And I'm hoping it was the connector that I connected into it that was busted. So in hopes of finding out, I'm going to use this rebuild to test that on with this motor, because I know this motor works.
Drone Pool saying Lewis.
That's, yeah. Oh boy. Hey, Drone Pool, how are you?
And the Newfoundland drone is there also.
Oh, nice.
He said it came out after the Bebop 2. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Oh, right. Okay, so I questioned him on an AR Parrot drone, or a drone that he had talked about earlier in the chat.
Okay.
All right, so this I got to pay attention to. That is the chunky one. This one works, but I think it has a twitch in it. I'll put it in a racing drone. It won't. I'll use it in a racing drone to beat the heck out of. All right, so now this one, what I'm going to do with this is, instead of putting all the motors back onto it, I don't need to know. I know they all work. I just need to know if number 3 works. So what I'm going to do is hook up number 3, hook that all back up. Wow, this is going on tight. What's going on here? These are probably bent slightly. There we go.
That never happens.
Never, ever. There we go. All right. Let's see if I'll ever get that off. All right, so let me solder this bad boy back on here, and then hook the flight controller back up and test it.
I just realized my mic was not close to me.
Oh, wow. Hey, now I can hear you. Oops, I probably should have put that one on there. So you run RC cars then, huh?
Yeah, RC cars. I do custom RCs also. Like I built a custom Tonka Winnebago. I built
Oh,
it to
cool.
scale, like smaller tires. So it doesn't look like a 4x4, but the tires are exactly the same size as the original Tonka tires.
Oh, no way.
And I
Tonka truck as in the old metal
yep,
trucks, right?
yep.
Nice.
And I built a custom camper trailer, the one that you pull behind a car, but it's actually motorized, so it actually runs by itself.
Oh, nice.
So it's kind of cool the way it turns and all that. I just built a custom 34 Ford hot rod drifter pickup truck. That one's nice. And a bunch of other ones. So I like being scale. Like I customized the interior. I'm going to be putting a driver, thinking of making the steering wheel turn, but probably not right now. So there's a bunch of things. Lighted interior for that truck, for that drifter. So.
No way. That's cool. Yeah, one of my buddies is into rock crawling and such, and he does the rock crawlers and such. And that's, it seems like it's kind of fun, but it's just one more hobby that I don't have time for.
Yeah. It's time consuming, that's for sure.
Definitely. All right, so right now what I'm doing is I'm just quickly hooking into all of this so that I can see if motor 3 will spin up. There's that. So what then I'll have to do, oops, I should probably put some spacers on here just so it doesn't fall down. And if it doesn't work, then I don't know. I might keep it around and have to put a extra, because if this one is broken, I can put a third ESC in on it. Okay. Or another one, and just put it to specifications of the 4-in-1, and it'll work. Make sure it's set up as mostly similar to the other 3 ESCs that are tied together.
Now, when you get it running, do you have to run special software via USB on your laptop to calibrate everything?
So yes, that's called it's called Betaflight. So that will then after you do all of this, after you build it, then you program it with exactly what you just said, a piece of software. And there's a couple of them. There's Betaflight, there's Emu Flight, there's KISS. All those different types of flight controllers that will basically do the same thing, that will level it out, have you hook up your switches on your Taranis, and give it certain flight characteristics like the rates, how fast it'll spin, and the PID controller, so that how it reacts when it flips and spins and stuff like that. Okay. That's all done through the Betaflight calibration.
Cool. Every Thursday night, I host a web on YouTube. Also, it's called RC Talk. We talk about pretty much anything. But
cool.
I do have a lot of people with RC cars or crawler that comes on my channel. I'm trying to get more people that does boats, quads like you, or other stuff to come and talk about it, and to get people interested into a different stuff or different hobby. So.
Oh. Well, thanks to the quarantine, I got a little bit of time, so I've gone on tons of other people's channels to talk about quads, so I wouldn't mind coming on if you would have me.
Tonight it's actually at 9:30, so if you want to jump in, I can send you an invite.
All right. Let me double check what I'm doing. I'm not really sure exactly, but I could throw me an invite, and if I can, I'll hop on.
Yeah,
I'd let you know, obviously, beforehand.
Yeah, we usually stay for 2 hours, so it's usually 9:30 till 11:30.
Okay, Central Time?
Yep. No, it's Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, okay. All right, good. Eastern. I thought for some reason I thought you were okay. Eastern. I'm in New York, so
time.
that works.
New York time for me, but I live in Canada.
Right. Now, what I need to do is hook up my receiver.
Now you're all ready to see smoke?
Yeah. Here we go, baby. I hope not.
The smoke is hard to get back in.
It is. Yeah. As long as it's not the black smoke. Black smoke is fine. It's the gray smoke that you got to worry out. All right. So basically, what I have now is I have the ESC hooked up to one motor. I know this motor works. It's ESC I'm trying out. This is the flight controller that came out of this quad. I hooked up the ESC to the power like I'm supposed to through the ESC pads on the flight controller. I've got my power lead here. This is what I'm going to plug my battery into. These other wires that are coming off from it, this is going to go to my camera for my FPV feed. And then prior to it, I also had this little bit of a component on, which is my VTX, is my video controller.
Cool.
So, and then what I just plugged in is my receiver for my Tyrannus, which I'm going to have to run upstairs very quickly and grab.
It's the Tank RC. I'm with him in the chat right now, in the video.
All right, so
Newfoundland, Newfound Drone Production asked who was in the stream with you. So I told him.
oh, what's your first name? Jim, right?
Mine is François. It's French name.
Oh,
Frank.
Francois.
Frank.
Oh, François.
Have a hard time. Yeah, François.
Yeah, okay, cool. Let me see here. Grab a back tray. All right, so this point here, we should see some smoke. No, hopefully not. Hopefully not. All right, so I have everything isolated. Nothing's touching. We should hear the startup tone. My suspicion was correct. All right, that wouldn't have done that if it wasn't working. Oh, beautiful. Great. It was the freaking the plug. Yeah. So okay, so there we go. Woohoo. All right. So what happened was this cable up here, this 4-in-1 plug here, this guy right here, blew apart on me on a crash.
Okay.
And probably let the pin go. So, as you've probably had to deal with these stupid things in the RC world. This plastic bit here blew apart on me for whatever reason. It got hit. I don't know how. It's buried deep inside the drone. So,
yeah.
Or it could have been broken when I put it on, or broke when I put it on, because it's really not sturdy plastic at all. So I don't know, but that's the only way to really kind of do this. So, all right. Well, hey, that is good. That works for me. I'll take that. That's a win for me right now. I don't get many wins.
I have a work meeting I got to go to. So,
hey, well, thank you very much for.
If you're still on, I'll jump back on after.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much. I'm going to continue this. So, shoot me that email later today, and if I have a chance at 9 o'clock, I'll pop on with you guys.
Sounds good. Thanks. Bye.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Any other takers? Anybody else want to come on? Shoot the Shazam with me here? If you do, and you're listening, it's lewispfloyd@gmail. Send me an email and I'll send you the link. See if anybody else has popped in. Just Zoom or just Tank there. But cool. All right. Uh-oh, Justin Hadley sent me a message. Open in Messenger. What am I doing here? I sent you a message there, Mr. Hadley. Oh, crud. How do we sneeze? Don't want to do that. I'll do this. But you're coughing too much. Oh, man, that sucks. Oh, well, that's all right. How you doing, by the way? You feeling better? Last I knew, you were kind of waiting to see if you were in the mix. All right, so, well, good. Yay, that works. Okay. Let's do this. Is this thing still dying here? How are we doing? Oh, still doing good. All right. Yeah. All right, continuing on. So here's the question now. Do I use this one? And yes, I do. Yes, yes. This is the old one. We will use this one. All right, so let's get this bad boy prepared. Because I have to take off the motors from that other quad. Cut some line. Definitely not going to leave it like this. Oh, gotta do this with two hands. Bye, Newfound Drones. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Eagle VP. Yes, we all present. Thanks, Newfound Drones. All right. This is going to be messy. Taking this up. And that is exactly why I use these type of screws, so that I can get a hold of them if they strip out. Let's see here. I'm listening while I'm painting. Drone pool, you're not going to be hearing too much then because I'm not talking. What are you painting? A quad? All right, let's see. Let's do it this way. Here our mail. There. Is it? Is it right like that? Let's see what it looks like that. I gotta wait for the video to catch up. Oh, there we go. That's better. Now everybody can see everything. I'm not going to get into those. So there's a piece of tree stuck into this. Holy crap. All right, maybe I can get in there now. There it is. Yes. There we go. Wow. I've been going for 54 minutes. Jeez. God, I'm keeping this frame. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm gnarly up there, but it'll work. Still got my LEDs. All right. Well, for all 2 of you who are watching, thank you. I appreciate it. Oosh, got dirty. Drone pool, do you want me to sing? No, you don't want me to sing. All right. So there's that. Probably could clean these motors up. They're still good. Nobody's squawking too loudly. Bearings feel all right with them. It's probably this 4-in-1 here that's just got a little wonky. It's getting twitchy. Oops, yeah, that doesn't work either. Oh, let's just throw it on the floor. All right. So it looks pretty good too. So just cut these 2 bad boys to length and slam them on and go with it. And hopefully that fixes my little issue. All right, well, now to dissect this one. This was back in the Fed when soft mounting the motors was so cool. It never worked. It wasn't the problem. All right. I'm a professional house painter. Oh, cool. ways to go back in the day. Protect your ESCs with broken off props. Oh, and this is old school way I have this thing set up. So on this one, oh my God, look how packed it is. All right, so on the bottom is a power distribution board. That powers everything, that supplies the correct power, the correct voltage to everything. And that's where you're plugging the battery into. So it takes whatever 3S, 4S and narrows it down to the 9 volts, I think I used here, or 5 volts. I don't know, one of the two. The 3.5 volts for the nays, or 5 volts. I forget, it's been so long. This is a nays controller. It's set up with S bus. I can see that there. Wow. This thing's old comparatively in time. All right. Enough of that. Let's take it apart. Let's save these. Might as well. Oh, more coffee. All right. I think what I'll do is I'll get these off and then call it quits. Come back maybe later tonight. We'll see. And finish putting the QAVR back together. Oh, those are just so smooth. Oh, I think I have. Do I? Where are they? Do I have more? I think I do. Where are they? Oh, yeah. Here. Right here. Oh, yes, I do. Well, maybe I'll just leave this thing together. Because I just took apart a lot of my work. Ooh. All right. Are these all the same? Oh, that's so smooth. Look all good. Oh, that's one of the things I love to hate about these motors was the leads coming off of them. They were so hard to work with. Man. Just solder on some new wires. I'm good to go. Ooh. Mm-hmm. But which one's not as damaged? Oh, that one's got a bit of a bend there. That one feels pretty good. Oof. Man. The magnets look really good in them. I choose you for it. Well, in that case, jeez, I can get. It gets to going and putting some wires on them. Your channel is literally awesome. Keep up the good work and stay safe. Oh, dude, thanks, Mr. Crazy Blade. You know what? Because you said that, I'm going to make you a moderator. You're my new biggest fan. How about that? You want to come in and talk with me? I need somebody to talk with. Let me see here. Add as moderator. Stir Crazy Blade. My email is pfloyd@gmail. Hit me up. I'll let you in. Talk to me. Talk to me. All right, we're going to use, 6 of them. I don't need them that long, but I do want them long enough. So I should be good with about a length to play that way. 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. It should be about ish. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Those bad boys for later. There's that. All right. Got here. Ten these, and then see how well we can put them on. Line them up. All right, let's see what we get here. All right, so I don't like that one. Get in there. How did you not come on there? What's happening here? Let's put a little bit more solder on that one. So that one just does not seem to want to take. Heat on there straight. There we go. Oh no! Fellow. Really? Still not happy about it. Or maybe I am. Huh. All right, wait a minute. Let's look here. Oh, okay. That's another thing I don't particularly like about these motors, but they are nice. Whatever they use for the heat shrink on the leads that come out, they're just a mess. And you got to be careful not to get it melted too much, or otherwise it gets in the way of the actual melting of the wire that you want to get attached. All right, so that looks not too bad. I should probably put some heat shrink on it. I want to do clear so that I can keep an eye on if they break or not. Let me do red. Big enough, too big. Well, I'll find them after. Let me get the rest of these guys on. Ooh, this one's going to be an issue. There we go. Throw some solder on that. All right. Wait, stop moving around. I should probably be smarter than it and lock it down with something, but it's always a pain in the butt. It's always more fun to chase it around. Let's see. I got your number now, buddy, because I got the other one held. There we go. Bobby, hey man, how you doing, brother? Congratulations on your second spotlight. I've only been spotlighted once. You got 2. Good for you. All right, let's see if these look horrible or not. Yeah, they'll live. Ooh. You know what? That one won't live with all those barbs. So we're going to need to straighten that one out a bit. Oop, get in there. There we go. That's better. 2 down. Yeah, staying inside though. Good for you. Wash your hands too. Go outside, but don't be near anybody, I guess. I'm sneaking off to nowhere places to go fly where nobody shows up. All right, there are those 2. Let's set up these 2. Where'd my wires go? Did I only do 6? Oh, I did only 6. I got to do more. I forgot. 6 more. 12 happens. All right, let's get the length again. There. 2. There. Again, if anybody wants, they're more than welcome to hop on with me here. My email is lewispfloyd@gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll send you an invite. It's always more fun talking with people instead of me just rambling on by myself. My family think I'm crazy down here just talking all by myself. Okay, what was that? 3. Need 3 more. Darn it. Come on. What do you keep flipping in there? Get in there. Where I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. 5. And 6. Didn't think I could do it, did you? All right, well, I'll get these bad boys on, then I'll call it quits. I'll be back on later, though, no fear. Wow, 78 minutes I've been on? Jeez. I don't think I could do anything for 78 minutes. So, Bubby, you got back up in the air, yeah? Your last time I knew you needed a VTX. I was about ready to give you this bad boy right here. Boom, boom. Antenna and all. But you apparently are Crossfire? Or not Crossfire, Crossfire Nano VTX, was it? What do you fly? Do you fly KISS? For some reason I think you do. Betaflight. Okay. Yeah, I was able to get back up. I'm on Spectrum. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, because it sucks not being able to fly, I'll tell you that. Shouldn't have moved that, darn it. Get in there. And where did you learn how to build, Bubby? Did you go to YouTube University like we all did, or did you have somebody like help you? And you know, because I tell you, I was lost when I first started this. Of course, there wasn't much when I first started this, like close to 5 years now ago. Bardwell wasn't Bardwell. I mean, we were flying on like CC3D and all that craziness. I'm not too happy about that one. Oh no, that's all right. That'll work. J-Ray in the house. No, these are old motors, baby. These are old motors, but they're new to me. No. I used to run these a while ago, and I've had them sitting around, and I put them on one of my other rigs, one of my other freestyle rigs, and I was like, wow, these damn things are smooth. They're really smooth. So I'm going to try them out again. I'm a better pilot now, so I'm hoping I will be even more happy and satisfied with them. Oh, cool, man. The Tango 2. Bubby, very cool. So your dad's friend, or one of your friend's dads taught you how to solder. Good. I'm probably doing it all wrong. Nobody taught me how to solder. They taught me how to solder. J-Ray, when are we going to fly again? You in that wing. Come on. Let's put a little bit more solder on you. When the damn Batman, yeah. Hey man, just stay 6 feet away from me and we'll be fine. You don't have to get all up in my face. We don't have to give each other kisses when we see each other. We just have to fly. I think I'm going to throw a little bit more solder on this one too. We'll get it there and beat it all. Oh, if I weren't such a freaking perfectionist, there we go. Oh, nice. That's what I do hate about these motors. These freaking, if they get that heat shrink that they use coming out of it onto the solder, or too much. See, it's all sticky. It just does not want to have a good time soldering. All right, so I'll heat shrink those babies later. And they're all about the right size. Give it a whole bam with enough little bitty play to come in here and wrap like such to make it all nice. Make it all nice. Clean builds, baby. Clean builds. All right. So more on this later. Thanks for stopping in, guys. J Ray, I'll see you when the pandemic's over. I am going to end this crazy show. Bubby, thanks for popping in. Drone Pool, if you're still listening, I'm stopping. And thanks. Bye.